Welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. JC here, and here we are, back on the main plot. I decided, looking at the map, I went, I really can't be bothered. I just want to do the main quest now. Just to hell with all the side quests, they can go sod themselves. So here we are, looking over their arena, getting the funny feeling that they wouldn't have spent so much time on this arena unless we, the players, were probably going to end up in it at some point in time. Yeah. I have a funny feeling we're going to end up in there at some point soon. But first, we need to head back down here. I'm going to do it the correct way this time. But I did it the correct way without falling. I do. Here we are. As soon as we enter here, we are on the final stretch. However long the final stretch lasts, we'll be on it. So let's see what this place has to offer for us.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you'll have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Brace!
Emergency venting authorized.
Ah!
I underestimated you. Think by now
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Yeah, well, let's just say I'm going to take my time, because na. All funky. One of the new buttons works.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
This is what we call a reception room. This being a reception desk. Only with a receptionist behind it. Funny that. Also, the first people who get yelled at. Oh no, yeah, that's a text one. Not reading that. Those are very interesting to read, but I'm not doing it on on camera. Get lots of background information from the text-based ones. But no. You won't get that from my playthroughs.
Stocking up?
I'm a bit lazy and I really hate.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Somehow I think the beverages and snacks expired a while ago. Obviously the janitors here are failing to keep up with demand. So where's my cheesy gubbins? Briny brittle? Jumbo nuts? No? None of those? I will write a complaint to your manager. Stock or else? Well, looks like they're having issues. I'll have all of that. It's all mine. Right. What happened there? That's obviously like a one-to-one sort of consultation type deal. Initial screening, maybe. Yes. Something about soundproofing. What? We'll have a look at this one. Right, well, something bad enough that that makes some people scream and sob. So they want to soundproof it so nobody else can hear. What's this one? Right. Yes. Not quite realizing the magnitude of the issues here. If your herbal tea is not there, choose another. It is tea. Fine. If they're completely out of tea, you may...
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
I was saying, you may be permitted to drink coffee. If that is also gone, you are out of luck. Open door. Because as we know, video game characters, they don't eat, drink, sleep, do other bodily functions.
What was this place?
A
A
large
holographic theater.
theater.
ZB01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Here we go.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
And there, ladies and gentlemen, is the horrible truth of this. That these people cannot quite comprehend is that it did get wiped out and then was rebooted from scratch. But, yes. They'll find that out shortly. By the end of this facility, they will understand. Slightly more than they do now.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? A tomb?
Kinda want to break line of sight. Probably help. Because the reason I wanted to break line of sight is because they come out this corridor. If I get close enough, I should be able to death from above this. I don't think anybody else comes into this corridor. Let's get. Oh, we'll have to hide here for a moment.
stale and cold. This place feels wrong.
Don't worry, I'll find you, and it'll hurt.
What if I get you first? They're the sneaky one.
Off you go.
There are advantages to tagging them. Yes, he got a shot off at me, but then I managed to vanish because he's not particularly a smart cookie, this one. Which way are you going to go?
Good. We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
I will check momentarily. I'll drop that out of the way so I can stuff. There you go, yes, a slight hiccup, but let's flip to those because no doubt I'm going to need them. Right. Let's start scanning everything. Now that we've had a slight bit of combat. One person got his got some adrenaline up and then got stabbed in a corridor when he couldn't find a hidden person behind a desk. Counselor guidelines. This could be an interesting one. This is the only one I'm probably going to do because most of the ones you'll find in here are roughly the same. Debriefing after presentation. So this is what they're talking about after that bombshell of a presentation. Scroll down. Oh no, yeah, I'm using the wrong button. Never mind. Right. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. You know, they just go headless chicken mode. It's important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers of severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. They may be just having a brain fart. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly, but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm. Addendum B1. And unfeasibility of machine learning feasibility of maintaining life in orbit, lunar or undersea structures. Addendum C1, 2, and 3. So that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. Basically, without actually doing any of that, nuking them won't work because you don't have enough nukes. And that will render basically the planet not only barren, uninhabitable, but also an irradiated shithole. So, yeah, no, that's not a feasible option because it also won't work because they'll just replicate more of them from their supplies and you just, well, nuked everything. You cannot get off planet. You cannot survive in space because you don't have the time to build the stations or lunar base to be able to grow food to support a population. Those projects take far too much time, and these people had, what, a year and a half at most? Plus, of course, you then got to get all those supplies into orbit if you're building a station. But your launch sites are probably going to get overrun before you've launched enough yet. Under the sea, they are robots. They give zero shits about water. Plus, of course, if they've nuked the biosphere enough, the atmosphere will go, the water will disappear as well. Meaning you're suddenly exposed. Ta-da! And I didn't even know what they'd done, and I could figure those ones out. Okay. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts of self-harm, also known as attempting to off themselves. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to Presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are corrupted. Data are corrupted. Error. There you go. Some of the rest of these are more to do with oh, that's a voice file.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
The second presentation is what is next. So we're going to have a little look around, see if there's any more I can nab out of this place. Handy dandy, the mini-map does, the compass at the top, does come with a very nice box icon that says, look, there's something here.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Sedate the idiot. Yes, that person had obviously latched onto something and wasn't listening. Common thing can be done. Now, I have no clue where I am. Apparently I missed something. Did I miss a thing? I think I missed a thing. Hello? Oh, I'm on the other side of the glass. That would explain it. Excuse me. Excuse me. I missed the thing. I missed the thing. There it is. That's a voice. That's a text recording from a interview. We're not going to read that. You really don't want me reading stuff out. There's apparently something very close. Must be behind that door. Aha! Here we go. What do we got?
You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines? I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Yes. Never make something that can self-replicate without limits. You end with a swarm. Why do I always get stuff on my glasses when I really don't have the opportunity to clean them? Very annoying. I was like, oh, I'm going to push this button. No, you need...
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Couldn't handle him. But yes, you're cleared to go. Now, off. Have a word. What?
Is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing, dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution, liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor. Please.
Tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Yep. That was one of the responses I was expecting. The accent, yes, that was definitely the kind of person. It'd either be one of them or a Brit. Gone quite a bit. What? You don't have any tea here either. And then goes off. Open the door. Right, where's that?
CO2 data intact. Initiating playback.
Oh, here we go again.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
So, the whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Some answers, actual fact, lie ahead. The answers to Apollo, mind you, not in this facility. The answers to why Hades do, in fact, lie within this facility. But the long and short of it is, a creation AI doesn't really want to think about wiping the slate clean to start again if something horrifically bad happens. So you need an AI that you can just sort of surrender control to, does its thing, and then reboot and start again. Should something go catastrophically wrong, you don't quite get the atmosphere right and you can't quite fix it and just purge the entire place again. That's the kind of AI you need. Problem is if it, I don't know, goes rogue. Right. Let's see, we've got some more shiny. Yeah. Oh. Shiny. Oh, it's on the floor. Aha. Council guidelines 2. So this is the people, obviously this is the second set of counselling. After they've seen the second presentation,
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be, atonement.
That kind of stuff doesn't actually exist. Here we go again.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Well, yep, that's one of the things that can happen. They just go, you know what? F this. Boop.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
I'm sorry, sir. You know too much. You either help the project, or you take the euthanization. You cannot leave to spread the truth. And so...
Alert. Medical wing inaccessible.
You'll have a look anyway. Shiny thing over. What is this? Okay. I obtained a something. It was apparently very important. Because it was a... Yes. I have no clue what that was for. Either way, right. Carry on. Oh. Get lost. Haha! That would be a disappointing end to the series, wouldn't it? I got lost in the maze-like facility. And we couldn't carry on. Oh, there we go, right. Now I know where I'm going. Ooh, Edison pouch is now full. Excellent. That means I'm probably going to end up losing half a ton of it.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Face the sun! Stop me! Ah!
Mmm.
You provoke the sun's rage.
Do not like their own weapons being fired at them, they do not. Their weapons hurt. Lots. They are now dead. Hey. Free to loot the everything I am. Yes. Gone mad. Yes. And, so, what are we going to do? I'm going to stand here. And on that note, we are, in actual fact, at the end of this particular episode. Next time, we continue on and see how far down the rabbit hole we go. And if they're here now trying to stop me, then how am I going to get out? Yeah. I'll leave that for you guys to think about until next week. So, thank you for watching. And until next time, this is JC and Aloy, out.